If you use the right tools for the right jobs, you become more productive and you'll be able to grow your business. Hi, I'm Adam Sykes, founder of Swiftcase, the professional productivity platform. And today I'm going to talk to you about spreadsheets and why you're using them wrongly. So I once received an entire project proposal on a spreadsheet, line by line, hidden in the cells, couldn't see any of it. They were overflowing, just totally unreadable. I had to copy and paste everything into a Word document just to see what was going on. Now this came from an accountant, and accountants love spreadsheets, but they'd used the wrong tool for the wrong job. Spreadsheets are not for writing proposals. Spreadsheets aren't for writing large volumes of text. They're there for numbers, they're there for analysis. So the next big thing that I see spreadsheets used for that's completely wrong is a client list. Now, your business might be growing, you need to keep track of your clients. You might want to keep their contact information, what jobs you're doing for them, who's currently dealing with them as the account manager, and all this information is important. And the first thing that people do is they go, let's put it in a spreadsheet. So we end up with this spreadsheet which has got columns for each item of data that you want to keep about someone. So there's a column for their road, there's a column for their town, there's one for their county, etc., to an address. You've got phone number, fax number in the old days, email addresses, all this information all across columns. And what happens is, over time, more and more columns get added. So you scroll into the left, you scroll into the right just to find a phone number and who you need to speak to at the business. And the file just gets too big. It gets totally unmanageable. You can't find any of the right information. It gets overwritten because people have typed in the wrong row or the wrong column. And it's not put in a consistent format, as some people are using 4 columns from an address, others are using 5. If they've got a business name and the building name, which column does it go into? And it all becomes inconsistent. The problem is that a spreadsheet isn't the right tool for the job. A CRM is the right tool to keep track of your customers. A CRM would give you a file for each customer, allow you to put in their contact details, what work you've been doing for them, and it would actually help you to run your business much more productively. Okay, the third way that I see that businesses often use spreadsheets totally incorrectly is to manage their tasks, to manage the work that they've got to do on a day-to-day basis. They produce them as lists of 10 things, to-do lists, all on a spreadsheet with columns of whether it's done or not and who's working on it and so on. Now, this all works fine in principle, but there's a number of key issues here. First is that everyone's got access to the same spreadsheet. So you've got a security risk, you've got a privacy risk. So under GDPR rules, having everything open to everyone is not great best practice. So that's one of your first errors in using a spreadsheet to manage tasks and job information. The second point is that it doesn't give you any reminders, it doesn't tell you what's next to do, it doesn't automatically update. You'll have a lot of old information in there, as well as all your new information in an ever-growing file, and it's just totally impossible to find what is next to do. What's the most important job? Where are things up to? Have you got reminders? All of this just doesn't happen with a spreadsheet. Then you've got compliance. So a spreadsheet doesn't help you keep compliant with your SLAs. It doesn't help you keep compliant with regulations. It doesn't have that ability. It's a list, effectively. You're using a spreadsheet as a list. You may as well use a Post-it note. It's just causing you extra problems. So when you use spreadsheets, you've got a whole host of issues, whatever you're using it for. If it's in a shared office environment, are people trying to access the file at the same time? That means, can they save their information, or does it say it's read-only because someone else is accessing it? Is it always available? If someone's opened it on one computer, can you even open it on another? Some systems won't even let you open it twice. Certainly won't let you open it to edit. Do people make mistakes? Are they writing over the wrong fields? All of these things are disadvantages of spreadsheets, and there's much better tools depending on what you're trying to achieve. If you want to manage clients, use a CRM. If you want to write a document, use a word processor. And if you want to manage your workflow, use a workflow management system. If you use the right tools for the right jobs, you become more productive and you'll be able to grow your business. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below, tell me how you've seen people use spreadsheets in the wrong way and how you've improved their business process. Thanks for watching, see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.